Just doing a quick video today on the Unifi Switch 24, the 250 watt version. I've bought this for a client who's currently got a TP-Link 16 port switch. It's fully saturated, they need to add more devices. We're just moving over to a VoIP solution, and we've got several Unifi APs that need to be powered from this. So we've moved from a standard TP-Link unmanaged switch to this 24 port 250 watt Unifi switch with the lowest PoE budget. So for that reason we didn't go with the 16 port version, and we only have 3 phones and 3 or 4 access points, so 250 watts is plenty of power. So I'm going to start with opening the box now. Standard with Unifi to have the sleeve on the outside. Take that off. We'll lay the box down. Straight away I noticed this is a lot heavier than most other of the larger Unifi products. I've had the Unifi Security Gateway, the 4-port version before. This certainly seems a lot heavier than that. So straight away, same sort of build quality of most of the Unifi line, except we've got here, it's considerably heavier than the Unifi Security Gateway Pro. Take both the bits of packaging off, move the box over there, and just lay it down for you. So, pretty standard. I've just taken the power cable and the mounting screws out before I started this. It's come with a UK power strip and some 4 cage nuts and screws. And then of course, as standard, a quick start guide. Just has all the usual information on. Unless you've not used the Unifi line before, a quick start guide's not really needed. Got a UK power plug. Straight away I'm noticing something very different from most of the other Unifi products. And the cage nuts and screws there. Now what I'm talking about when I say I'm noticing something completely different than most Unifi products is the type of power plug used. With most of the Unifi products, it uses a cloverleaf plug, and this is what is normally used to power most Unifi devices. However, most UPSs and power strips for IT equipment have what we in the UK call a kettle plug, or an IEC 13 I believe. It's a standard 3-pin power plug. Pretty standard, used by computers, monitors, most monitors, switches, servers, power supplies. Most things use them, and thankfully now the Unifi line as well is going to use them, which is a good thing for me. The Unifi Security Gateway Pro didn't actually use that. It used the older style, or not the older style, but what they used to use, which is the 3-pin sort of cloverleaf plug, which isn't so good because with a UPS you normally have an A to B cable which is male to female rather than an actual power plug on the end. So instead of the plug on the end there's a female version to go into the back of a UPS or power strip. So on the front here you can see, unfortunately, the thing that I dislike the most about this, I guess it adds to build quality having this whole single pane on the front, but most switches have detachable rack mount ears so that you can wall mount them. Now I know the 16 port version does, and I'm guessing that they've assumed if you've got a 24 port then you're mounting it into a rack, but actually at the client's premises that this switch is being installed there is no rack, so I'm going to have to come up with some sort of way to mount that on there. I know StarTech do quite an expensive mount that sort of converts a wall mount to rack mount, so I'm looking at a few different options. We've got the standard Unifi square there, which has got the LED square around it, the Unifi logo in the middle. Now this is to indicate what state the device is in, whether it's powered up, adopted, unmanaged, whether there's any error states, you know, it can flash to be located. Pretty standard. Got a product lettering on the left there. Unifi Switch 24, 250 watts, so it's a 24 port switch, and then 250 watts of PoE power. The PoE indicator, which actually on the left hand side tells you whether the PoE is on, whether it's PoE plus or 24 volt. You know, the different type of PoE that device is pulling from the switch, if applicable. Obviously if it's not pulling PoE, then that switch light is off. The right hand side of the indicator light is the link, so yellow for 10100 and green for gigabit. Then over on the right hand side we've got the two Sfp ports, so shared function ports. You can put a little adapter in there for fibre or copper. So currently the client has two buildings linked by a fibre optic link. The current TP-Link switch utilises those Sfp ports, but the server is actually going to be relocated into the same cabinet this switch is going to be in, so we won't be using those. And then on the right there we've got a reset button. So as we move around to the side, you've got the fan vents. I'm guessing two fans on that side. As we move around to the back, got a standard console port on the left there, some documentation on the back, just some more in-depth stuff, serial numbers, the power receptacle inlet, and then on the right hand side we've got two more holes. I'm guessing one of these sides has the fans, the other is just to passively allow air through to circulate a side-to-side air circulation. So overall the product is quite heavy compared to a lot of switches of similar size. It's probably heavier than most HP switches of a similar size. It does seem very well built, and it's obviously been machined. It's quite a high quality build. So hopefully I can find a way of mounting the rack mount ears at 90 degrees to a wall, and I will show you in an upcoming video the client that I'm talking about and all the equipment they've got at their premises. So thanks for watching this quick unboxing on the Unifi Switch 24 port 250 watts. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to see any other videos of any of the equipment that I've used or you've seen on my channel or you would like me to use, please just let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.